Let me know if I start being glitchy because that's gonna really push the system. What the fuck? It might be streaming right now. Oh my, that's it's making me log in. Cannot contact with CAPTCHA. All right, signing in. Who's streaming? Are we streaming? Okay, so I'm sort of not seeing anything. Let me know if I'm glitchy, by the way, guys. Okay, good. It is streaming. All right, it's working. All right, cut that off. Do let me know any funkiness. All right. Is EDTX halted? It's looked like this for the last 4 minutes. I think it's halted. Somebody can check on that. PRFX. Good morning, RJ. Can you check if EDTX is halted? EDTX. PRFX popped and faded. It looks terrible. I wouldn't even put it on the normal list. ARGX. Sounds like an ETF. No, it's not. Okay, that's a buyout. It looks like a buyout. Why is start ARGX up 27%? Company released results, okay, of SIDP. Significantly lower risk of relapse with Vyggart Hytrulo compared to a placebo. According to ARGX, the clinical trial showed a 61% lower risk of relapse. 67% of people, I hate 67%. It sounds like they tested it on 3 patients and 2 of them came back good. 67% is a number I hate to see. Waiting eminent patent approval. Yeah, fuck ARGX anyway. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's stay on track here. Next up, ARGX Lixt. T12 halt. I thought so. Mike's got it. Looked it up. T12. That's a different one. Which one's that one? T12. Might be news pending. Let me look that up real quick. T12 halt. What does that mean? Let's get my refresher. Additional information requested by NASDAQ. Trading is halted pending receipt of additional information requested by NASDAQ. In other words, your stock's going crazy. Can you please tell us what's going on? And then they have to release a press release. And it usually comes at the end of the day, just because it takes time to hire the lawyers, check all the things and, get the information, gather it, and then create the press release and then release it sometime midday, end of day, in after hours, anything like that. Although it can come fast. They have the right team. Will come a press release that says we show nothing that would materially back up the movements that are happening with our stock prices right now. That's essentially what it says. Oh, really? And then it resumes trading. And then it continues to go wild. And then people saying it's a bullshit SPAC. That's great. Excellent. That's why it's moving. If it wasn't bullshit, it wouldn't have moved this much, right? Think about it. We trade bullshit. That's what we want. We want bullshit. Bullshit moves the most. Perfect. Let's see. Next up. So that's ARGX. No, was that ARGX or EDTX? No, it's EDTX. Okay. Gas station horsecock pills. Let's see, Lixt tea, although I think that has lower volume. Let's Lixt tea. I like to Lixt tea. The horse cock pills, frankly. What? I don't know. Lixt tea. All right, no, this is not good. What is this? ID. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. Jacob, Grano, hey, Gary. Everybody's here this morning. Wow, everybody decided, hey, maybe today's the day to make money. Well, you're fucking late. Okay. It should have been about 3 weeks ago. Now we're pulling back. So it's the same old story, losers. Be on the ball. Or I don't know, some expression. Anyway, better show up every day. That's the only way to win. All right. We've got 12 minutes till the market opens. Let's take an actual look at the market. Something we like to do here. So it's crazy, but true. We are opening at Friday's close. I just got to take a look at how that transpired. Did we go up? Did we go down? Okay, so here was Friday's close right here. No, here we go. Right here. I was gonna say that's not how Friday went. I was there. Right here. And then after hours, it went down, which makes sense. But then we opened back at the close in futures overnight. And then we went down and retested the pull down, and now we're back up again. So there continues to be demand in pre-market. We'll have to see how the open market weighs on it all, which is far more volume and smart money. But we've got a topping tail candle that ended slightly red, but very red if you think about it. This is like an 85% red candle. Topping tail counts, not just the body. And it's at the end, or it's during a run. It's on the fourth day of a run, which is usually more than enough. 3 days is typical run. And easily, unless we can get over Friday's high, unless that starts to happen, unless it looks like that's going to happen, then this will form a 3-day swing high reversal, which will send us down for, it could be a day, it could be a week, it could be weeks. So make sure you're hedging short and or cutting your core, well, cutting your positions you haven't taken profits on. So take those profits on those, be aggressive about profit taking, get most of your money back. But if you've got runners and they're, where they're supposed to be, according to your system, which is ours is, running along the 10 or 20 moving average and not closing below that, not looking like they're going to close below that, then, you can keep those. But, the rest of it will remain to be seen. Whether or not you get into positions is so much far beyond a signal on a fucking chart that any bot you could program could trade. That's why a bot will always lose. It's got to take into account the economics of the week, the month ahead, and the current market setup, the way it's set up, and sort of outlook and understanding of everything. The sectors, are we rotating? Are we broadly rising? Et cetera, et cetera. So we got to watch that on a daily basis. I certainly would not be looking to enter trades during an extension. It's a rally, and you should have already been in, and this is the end. This is the profit taking point of the run, of the rally. Whatever you've got left over as runners, just let them do their natural thing. So like, for example, let's pick AAOI. So AAOI on Friday, I cut it. And that is because in the past, it's always been cradled by this purple line, the 5 moving average. And on Friday, it looked like it was going to close below the 5 moving average with no hope in sight. So I cut it. Now that's AAOI. That was a runner, so I'm out of that runner. Some of the runners I'm in, let's take a look at some, like what about Wolf? Probably could have cut more than I needed to cut, than I cut, but see, look, Wolf still hasn't put in that breakdown of that moving average, so I'm still in that. And it doesn't have to be the 5 moving average, it can be the 10, the 20, it's however you measure it, up to your own discretion. Could just be bad day, frankly, way up high, bad day. But these are stocks I'm still in for varying reasons. They have not scared me out of the trade yet. And those are runners, but now a core, take a look at a core. See, that's the interesting thing is my core list, which used to be very large, is now down to 2. So Friday properly got me out of a lot of positions. So I'm not as exposed. My capital is not as exposed right now. But for example, DT is one that I'm in. So it pushed and then now it's high tight flagging. And on prior runs, it looks like it's best cradled by the 10 moving average. Those even converge at the 20, but you know, you could be wise to get out on breakdown of the 10 moving average should get you a pretty good spot and yet keep you in for a while. And so that's this yellow line. So, you know, it can breathe. DT. Well, I'll still be a little bit more defensive with it than normal because of the market position. The market position. QQQ. D-Dog, yep. And this is the other one. And so same deal here. It's interesting. Looks like the 10 moving average is the one that would keep you in the most. Although you would do almost the same by following the 5. So, you know, maybe that's what we'll do. It just, you know, it just depends. It's not everything's clear and cut and robotic, you know, this stuff can be discretionary. There could be a lot of factors, including the market and the economic outlook, the macro. You know, it's not just the lone chart. All right, so both of those though are sitting okay. See, so you see the differences? I cut the one versus the one I cut versus the ones I'm holding. And the ones I'm holding, they're on the chopping block, all of them, always, especially when the market is topping like this. So on top of that, I'm looking for shorts. Some of the shorts I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shorts. So you can see my shorts are increasing. And I would like to get more shorts in there, but you know, they can be hard to find. Vittel is my best performing short. Got in this in the last couple days and we had a really great day. Friday that helped bring some negative delta into my portfolio to balance out the loss of my positive deltas. Let's see, another one is EBS. So yeah, this one not doing as quite as well as that last one, Vittel, but it's doing well. It's going down, it's moving down. Looks like today might be an update. But constantly got to be adding those shorts until you're finally delta neutral. That's the best way to go. What I recommend. But you have to be, you know, probably full time and babysitting in the mall all the time. 60% of the time. All right, market's opening in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And you know the drill. I've got about 60 positions I got to monitor. So smoke them if you got them. And enjoy. Enjoy the show. Sit back and watch your money evaporate. Welcome to the circus. If it isn't pickpockets, it's pretzel lady. That's taking your money. Oh, well, let's take a look at our hot list really quick. See what's up in pre-market. Pre-market. Get in the car. RMTI. Yeah, screw that one. What a drop. I'm probably gonna take it off the list. Works. And then it's probably over the next 3 days, it's gonna reclaim like a mother. Works with a reclaim bottom reversal, you see, but it's like a 99% retrace. So we don't like that either, but I'm gonna keep that on the watch a little bit to see if that acts on that reclaim. I would not risk it personally. Little M with a big drop. And now it's at the top of that drop. Could be trying to fill the gap. Might be a nice time to get in. What's the ADR? 11%. Could be worth the risk to get some little M. We've got 1 minute and 40 seconds. Vera's looking great. It's like a breakout. Do we have any of Vera? There it is. Yeah, we're already in Vera. See, there, that's how it goes. I don't know why it's not showing my gains on this pre-market difference here, but we'll get there. We'll let the open. SDA, too much retrace and fail out, so we'll get rid of SDA as a matter of fun. Bouncing off of that 50. You're gonna look back and go, damn, if I had only got it off the 50, maybe we have some mom. No, we don't. I already got out of your mom. I mean, a mom. BMR. Nah. PPSI. 40 seconds until the market opens. PPSI is nice. I mean, hopefully already in it. Nice reclaim back there. You guys might be in, and I might have alerted that, and I didn't get in. That was definitely an excellent reclaim entry there at 7:30. It's now at 8:50. KSCP is still definitely on watch. All right, let's see what happens here. Bing, 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 bing. The market is open. Smoke them if you got. Force resort on columns. HRTG, first thing I want to take a look at. HRTG and nail. Okay, home builders. HRTG. Nothing terrible so far, and nail. Okay, nothing terrible so far. Checking the cues. We're gonna be watching the cues like mad. The cues are flying. All right. Market is nuts. AUR. BLDR and nail. No, BLDR? No, AI. Okay, gotta look at AI next. AUR is right at that 10 moving average, so that'll need to be babysat today. Sitting on gains though, so that's good. Could end up being that tomorrow it becomes an add-on. Taste with a very strong reversal. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, gotta drop taste. It's dropping like a ton of bricks. It's gonna halt at that speed. All right, I'm out. And that was at a profit, thank goodness. But that's the kind of movement you don't want to be a part of. That's another signal to get out. Another discretionary signal to get out. All right. We've moved that risk out of the portfolio. AUR staying down. All right, another quick look at the market. Market's doing great. Let's take a look at the Momos. All right, nothing really happening there. Looks like Tesla Runner is performing. Let's see if that's a add-on. No, it's not an add-on, but it's running, it's breaking out. It's good to already be in. We're up 13%. Alto. Polo. Alto. Interesting. And where are we on Alto? Okay. There could be a rebuy signal coming on Alto at 367. Let's keep that on watch. Yo, Theo. Well, all right. All of our holdings are looking pretty good. Let's take a look at Catalyst Day. Screener now. There's only 7 stocks on it. But HCTI ABOS is on there, of course. Now, what is ABOS doing, guys? Because remember, I said if it's green, take it. No, it's not green, it's red. But if it reclaims the high, if it has a high of day breakout, give it a shot. Risk to LOD. LOD. Low of the day. FYBR. Fuck your brother Richard. FYBR. Let's see. Nice. This is a short I'm in. Tanking nicely. We're also in Google, which looks like it's doing okay. We're in the Google leveraged ETF. Looking good. Like 5% on that. All right. All right. Everything's pretty stable. HCTI. That has definitely gotten away from us. Breakout at 580. It's already at 660. Oh, it's a little too far gone. But you could be looking at $12 in 2 days here. So if you want to risk it, make sure you risk it to the low of the day, which is 530. So $1.30 a risk on ACTI. It looks like it's not moving. It looks probably halted at the moment. ACTI could be a good Momo trade, a good day trade Momo. But it's also looking like it could be a great swing trade hold. shockingly, the market is green. So interesting that it might end up doing a little consolidation over the next couple of days. Up a little bit each time. And then run more. I mean, Jesus, it wants to crush the bears. They say that the bull market isn't over until the last bear has been converted into a bull. So we have a long ways to go, don't you think? We got to prove them wrong. Bull market will not be over until that very last bear is like, fuck, well, I lost everything, lost my house, lost my car. Maybe I should have bet up. It's the last guy, he gets in and the market goes to hell. Yeah, this is like a catalyst day entry for sure. 440 to 480, 0.4, 10% risk. Depends on the ADR. GP. Need like 15% ADR. 7% ADR. You could try it. RJ says he's in GP. Oh, it's a day one ER. Oh, nice. Then yeah, perfect. If it's green, we just did what we were talking about. RJ. Nice. Did you read that article that I sent you? I don't know if you got a chance. Okay. So this is one of those. And yeah, the technique is to get in between the first 1 and 5 minutes. If it's green, it's green, it's green, it's green. That's it. See where it goes by the end of the day. Good job. I don't know why that didn't come up on my screener. There it is up on Catalyst Day. It's the fourth one down. And the third one down I'm going to look at is called BBIO, which we've seen before. Yeah, BBIO also. BBIO also in ER, or I don't know if it's ER related, but it's EP. It's a huge sentiment change in direction. BBIO, along with what was that one? ABOS, but ABOS is red. So BBIO and GP both green. Model versions of what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, you can get an FNGR here, stop to low of the day, 544, 40, roughly 50 cents of risk. Excuse me, roughly 40 cents of risk. FNGR, it's a pullback entry. We love those. Good entry on FNGR. But that's not looking like a catalyst day, but it is 200% article. All right, I'm in that. When you have this many positions, 50, 60, like I do, or if you have 10 or 20 or 30. Oh, excuse me, I don't know how to mute this thing fast enough. Sorry, guys. When you have this many, some are going to go bad. I mean, just don't you think? And that happens constantly. Like, I don't mean just like every now and then. Something's going bad constantly. So you have to be constantly monitoring for exits. What'd you say? Alto broke to 367? Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Oh man, did it. All right. Now, the idea here is to add on to stop 346. Add on or enter for the first time if you're not in it. This is an entry signal as well. Add on to stop 346, which is 20 cents down. I mean, I should have 500 shares. I have 250. But where's my cost average? 280, and it's at 360. Man, I gotta do that on my phone. I can do parenthesis calculations and stuff. Oh, come on, what am I going there for? All right. Doop. 250 shares times 2.8 plus, let's say 250 shares at 3.6665 divided by 2. Divided by 500, I mean to say. 322, and I said the stop needs to be 3, okay. Let's see. Low of the day, 343. So that's perfect. I can double up here, a full double up, not even add 50%. I can double up here. And assuming this stock has momentum, then that's a good choice. All right, I'm doubled up on Alto, and I'm gonna move that back into a 4 instead of a runner because it's gotten bigger. And that is a pullback type entry. Where the hell is it? I moved the wrong one or something. Never know. All right, let me back. eBay having a good day. Riot jumping. All right, nice. eBay. Yeah, let's take a look at Riot in a second as well. eBay with looks like it's gonna have the breakout. That's great. We're on a runner on that. We're also on a Tesla and Wolf runner, both doing good. Yep. Wolf. And then we'll take a look at Riot. Okay, good. Riot, not great, but it's good. Going in the right direction. Riot. Yeah, same thing. Riot and Wolf, same. All the Bitcoins that we're still in Hut. Yeah, very similar, a little bit weaker. Yeah, Nail and BLDR not doing great. Take a look at those. Yeah, okay, we're still holding the 5. I think KSCP is doing super great, isn't it, Theo? I thought last time I looked. The BLDR just they continue to tank. But it's just pullback. Very low projected volume. So I'm glad to have those in a runner. I'll keep them in a runner. Upstart runner. Mostly I'm looking for, is there anything we need to add on to right now? Upstart doing fine. Okay. GRBK, maybe that was the one that's was in my runners. That was a full core, I think. That one continues to do good. Frog. What does Frog do? I don't know. Technology, package software. Anybody ever remember this software almost before the internet? Yeah, it's pretty much before the internet. I think it was called Reader Rabbit. Might have been a division of Broderbund. Does anybody remember Broderbund? Is Broderbund still in business? There's not a chance. I'm sure Microsoft probably bought them. They were a competitor. Broderbund. I think they still are in business. Founded in 1980. What do they make at this point? Broderbund from Wikipedia. Damn, Wikipedia, you need a dark mode. Jesus. Fate, acquired by Softkey and dissolved. What year? Defunct in 1998. 1998, yeah. Does anybody remember Broderbund? If you do, you're an old person like me. You're a wise old sage. The young Norman. Thank you. KSCP. Do we still like it? Let's see. Yeah, we still like it. And this is just kind of crazy action that can happen sometimes. But yeah, we still like it. And where are we on it? Are we in a runner? I'm not even showing a position on that. I'm not in a position on that. Okay. So what we're looking for on that is an entry. So we're going to keep watching that. Watch that for an entry. I gotta watch my shorts here. Yeah, I got two shorts testing me. NGM. And as this market goes up like this and keeps ratcheting it up, keeps extending, you need to be adding shorts, not adding longs. I mean, taking profits and adding shorts. We got a couple of add-ons and reentries, but those could go sour on us in an instant. You got to be ready to reduce on those. Wow, CBay with a greater than 80% day today. Nice. CBay. NGM short. What are you doing? Yeah, next to nothing. That's fine. And HPK. Looking kind of bottom reversal-ish. I'm gonna cut HPK. Short. That's a short. I think it gave me a bad fill. We lost 25 extra bucks or something. Make that bad. ENTA, what are you doing? As a short. Okay, so far on ENTA. Nail and builder, home builders doing the worst, probably because they're lightening up before the home data comes out on Wednesday. So taking profits going into home data. Wouldn't you? Only thing is I'm seeing it on light volume, so I'm not that alarmed, but I'm going to double check. No, it looks like end of day projected volume is quite strong, actually. How about on VLDR? Below average, and it's doing fine. Between the two of those, I kind of feel like just babysitting it a little bit more. Okay, these are all out of whack. Got to resort my columns. There you go. Looking fairly good. Probably time to run down our hot list. and look at these catalyst days. P, what is that? P WN. All right, and how's GP doing? And I think BBio, those are both day one entries. Oh, what are you doing here? PMN? PMN. Very hard to read. Okay. GP hit 8% for me, so it hit ADR. Yeah, that's okay. It's now maybe let it follow intraday pivot point path, advanced version. Okay. Give it some space. PMN. Because I mean, if possible, you'd rather sell tomorrow or the next day or the next day or the next day that 50%, if it's going to follow through. So give it some freedom, but don't be stupid. It's gone a long way. But this is the exact kind of padding you're looking for to be able to just sit back and hold for a couple days. The exact kind of situation that's favorable for you. So why mess that up, right? You're sitting on a position that's twice the size as it would be if you took 50% profits. Keep going. PM and 3000% RVOL. I'll have to keep an eye on it. It's good, but not really in the right spot. Could watch it by the end of the day. IMGN pickup from Friday, doing great, about to break a new high. Okay, so IMGN was on Friday. Ooh, that's a great way to find which you just made me realize which stock I accidentally filed in the wrong place here. It would probably be the one that's the oldest. Let's see. And maybe it is IMGN. No, I don't know if I have that as a runner. 7/14. That would have been Friday, I think. IoT 6/28. I bought more. Okay, it's IoT. I think it's IoT. Runner. Back to runner, you bastard. Could it be Coco? New trades? No. XS? Maybe. What's with XS? How many days have we been in that now? Wish there was a column which could show you that, but Thinkorswim can't even programmatically know what day you got in. That's stupid. XS. Because then you could write a column which would say, hey, you've been in this for 5 days. It's time to take your 50%, and that could light up green or something. Obviously, this is the kind of stuff that if the system worked, we could use to our advantage. What am I doing right now? I'm looking at my cost average. Trade price 93.64. It's at 97.15. 93.64. Okay, we got it back here. It looks like on pullback entry day, July 10th. XS July 10th. View trades. That is correct. July 10th. Okay, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 days in. That's a perfect example of, I didn't take 50% on any of those days because we never had an ADR day. But it's 5 days rich in now, and we're up. So it's time to take it. So I'll just follow the pivot point path and exit 50% on XS today and convert to runner at one point. Just FYI for those of you in case I log off. Many of you are in that or want to know how that works. All right, we're getting a little bit of a trend line breakout on SMMT. Do I want to act on it? It'd be a good price. It's a sign. It's a sign for sure. It's a signal. I'd put the low at the low of this reclaim candle. 206, so you could probably say 2. The candle before its low was 202. Might as well say $2. It's 215 right now. SMMT, something we really want to be in. SMMT with an ADR of almost 11%. So 15 cents of entry, you can get a ton of shares, low risk on something that could really fly. You could be looking at 50% gains in this week. That. Where's that? No, not where is it? I don't have it. I want to buy it. SMMT. Oh, you know what I wanted to look at on the Qs? The stochastics. Take a look. Stochastic positioning. It's signaling anything. I mean, it is contracting down to what is looking to predict a red over green signal at bat. The top, the end, signaling the end. The end would be tomorrow, you know, stochastic kind of signals ahead. So today it might look good and rosy and peachy, but tomorrow might be the end. Again, another reason to load up on shorts. On shorts that are bearish. Since the beginning of the year, the low to high on NASDAQ has been 47% gains, which is pretty much exactly what my wife's got in her portfolio. Because I had her out during the bear market and then we double bottomed. And that's when I got her in. And so now she's sitting on that. So GP's doing good, right on. How about BBio? Did you get BBio, anybody? Is that continuing? Theo did, all right, and it is continuing in this meeting. Okay. I'm guessing you got BBio. I don't know if we got it late. I don't know if we signaled it late, but you got it at like 28. You know, the best entry you could have got would have been 27.40. So 28's not bad, and if it had to be 28.50, I guess that's okay too. Yeah, is SMCI triggering? Feel like that one's really flown right now, and we need to get some pullback. Yeah, that's sort of still running. Yeah, we wouldn't be looking for an entry on SMCI, Theo. You don't want that kind of pain, my friend. This is an in trade moment on SMCI. And that's definitely on our list. We're watching it. So, you know, you're looking for an entry on that. And we could easily miss it. So yeah, please do keep an eye on everything. All right, so look at that. I got my little, well, you can't see it, but I've got that column lighting up. It says the AI is hitting the 10 moving average. And that's a runner I have. Or it's under the 10 moving average. All right, yep, that is correct. It's been that way all morning. But it's actually moving up. Okay. And then another one is, unless I programmed it wrong, this is a pretty fresh programmed column, and I gotta double check it. But Coco is another one. Yeah, that one's been under the 10. We were going for a reversal, so that is correct. All right. So technically, let me see if I'm looking right. Everything else it says is not. Let's see if that's true. True. Very true. Correct. What I ideally like that column to do is to show the number. It should say like, it should be called like MA alert, and maybe I would name it with like little bell icon, MA bell icon. And then it should show a red or a, some kind of a danger alert. It's red, blue, purple, something bad. And then the number of which moving average it fell under, 10, 20, or 50. Maybe even the 5. And maybe I could color them the same as my moving averages. Makes sense. Just might not make sense for you guys if you have different color moving averages. But that's ideally how I want to program it. So it shows the number of the moving average it fell under, and then lights up the color for you. So you know you need to look at it. That could work. Just thinking about like how I would be looking at that. I think that could work. I'm not sure how noisy that would be. I think that that would get my eyes attention. Oh, Upstart's making new highs today. Upstart's doing outstanding. Wolf, we're at 140% gains on Wolf. I'm just going to keep that running. What am I looking at? Oh, by the way, I'm up 0.6 R today so far. And half of my shorts are not working, and especially so on Vittel. There's a lot of reclaim on Vittel going on. Take a look at that. Projected low volume. I'm gonna let it do that. It's probably gonna not be able to recover. If it is, fine. Next one I'm looking at here, we're going down the list. Internet of Things, or I don't know what it's called, IoT, Samsara. Oh, a re-entry signal. Look at that. These are the signals I love. So that would put the stop at 2680. So the question is, what do I have it at? IoT trade price 2690. So I still can't add on, but this is an entry for anybody who's not in to stop at 2680 IoT. And what was I going to say? And this would be an add-on for anyone who, when you add on, could get your stop to be less, get your average cost, your average entry price, to be less than the stop, which would be 2680. If you can't be, then it's not time to add on. It's got to run and base and get you a much better add-on spot. Let's see here. Fucking Vittel, stop it. Vittel's really going the other way. IoT hut. I'm also looking to see to make sure that all of these are above the 10 moving average, as my coded watch list column indicates. Yes. Mara. Good. And above the 10, yep. AI. AI with a reclaim entry. What's my cost average on that? 35.45. Stop would be 36.45. Right now it's at 37.38. So I can add on, I think it's 66%. All right, let's see what happens. That would be 8 shares for me on my position size on that, because it's a very wide volatility. Adding 8, and let's see what that put me at. 36.35. And I said what? The low should be 36.45. Son of a bitch. I don't know. I just made up that math too on the fly. That is some cool ass shit right there. How did I figure that out? I did it without the calculator in a very reverse practical kind of way. I have no idea. Oh, I did that because I said, all right, I got in $1 below the stop. It's, if it was $1 above the stop, therefore I can double my position and it would put me at the stop, but it was $1.50 above the stop. So somehow I intuitively knew that was 66% add-on. 2/3, because 1.5 over one or something. Nailed it. Nailed it. AFRM. Pat myself on the back there. AFRM, is that a reclaim? Bounce off the 10? Kind of is. There's a lot of freaking reclaim bounces right now. Getting us in, but that, signal's a signal. But I gotta look at the cues. Looks all right. How about SPY? How's the general market going? Up. And the Dow? Up. Let me take a look at all sectors. Pulling that up now. I have a grid of 24 charts. It doesn't come over there, but it's over on the other screen. Pulling them up right now. We've got SP 500 flying, really. I mean, the SP 500 in great shape. And the VIX is sitting at an incredible level. What is that? 13.6, 13.6. Very friendly environment. The Dow is up. The dollar is moving in favorable direction. Gold is down. So that means conservative money is being pushed into growth. Oil's flat, energy flat, tech up, industrials up. Oh, well, trending up on the day. Base materials as well. Consumer staples moving up. Okay, so that means just we're getting broad rising of the tide. Financials moving up, utilities moving up, healthcare moving up off the bottom. Communications not doing so good, and that maybe Meta. And then we'll go take a look at that. Discretionary up high and doing fine. Rates are slightly up. So that's a little contradictory. All right, let's go take a look at Meta really quick. Because that's probably where the communications drop is coming from. Yeah, today's a pullback day on Meta. Very contradictory. Very contradictory. It's probably an excellent time to get in, or vice versa, an excellent time to finally get out. I am going to take a screenshot of myself, so just send my wife. She's out of the country right now. Hold on while I make a funny face or something. It didn't work. Try again. It's not working. There it goes. I'm gonna send her a photo of my screenshot of myself. Dash. Okay. Send failed. What? Operation could not be completed. Operation what? Operation overdrive. Send. Why can it send? Okay, whatever. She'll just have to live without me. Dact. I see. Carl, I feel like it's an old dog is not learning new tricks here. We are the old dogs, but I still like to learn new tricks. But yes, okay, thank you for bringing me this chart, but do you not see how this just had a total failure of price progression the last 4 days? And yes, okay, so it's got the bounce and you could risk it, but this is just dicey. What's the word? Borderline. This is a borderline pick right now. It was something we were looking at. It was something we wanted to love, but it didn't make do. It didn't make do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Carl. Others are better, but I do appreciate you bringing that to me. But for sure, I hope you see that, because like on your own independently, I wouldn't want you to be all spreading your money out into things like that. I'd much rather you either stay in cash or treasuries, etc., or put your money into something that has all the things working in its favor. Yeah, that's all. So KSCP is falling. Good for it. Excellent. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for another day that will signal. Or by end of day, if it had a huge bounce and there's a big tail and we're sitting on this bottoming tail candle, Theo. So, it's great that KSCP is falling. Yeah. But, it's probably going to take a couple days for it to form an entry. But we love it. This would be like getting in to AAOI at the right spot. By the way, we should take a look at that, because what if that's creating an entry today? Could be a reclaim entry. And in fact, it is. Let me see. It didn't light up blue. Why not? But it bounced. All right, I'm going to get in some AAOI here, because this is a 10 moving average reclaim bounce. I probably should get in at the end of the day, but I'm going to have to highly babysit this then. Low 854. It's currently 945. So we're talking about 90 cents of risk. About 105 shares of AAOI for me. We just made money on this. I think we just got out right around where I'm getting in. So hopefully that pushes me out, frankly, by the end of the day, before the end of the day, if it needs to. And then we can actually take a look at it at the end of the day, and see if it's really putting in a genuine signal. Is Alto doing good? So, Darius, have you been here all morning? We doubled up on Alto earlier. So yes, sir, looking good. We are at almost 16% gains on that after doubling up. Probably more if you didn't double up. Might be 20% gains. Looks like Upstart is hitting more than an ADR today. Let's take a look. Okay, so this becomes a candidate moment to take off like 5%. Not right now, but let it ride the intraday pivot point path. You could, if I don't want to make it too complicated for you guys, because I'm combining a lot of systems and moving parts to do my trading. But at this point, you can take 5% profit on your runner whenever you get a day like an extreme day like this. Flat out. But the way I handle that is it then switches it over to an intraday monitoring situation, and I let it run until it may break pivot on the intraday chart, on the 1 minute chart. We let it follow something called the pivot point path, the PPP, and the path of victory, we used to call it. And that you can learn more about in my market mastery classes. I don't know if anybody needs that link. If you do, here it is. And by the way, if anybody has anything positive to say about that, for anybody who doesn't know what that is, let them know if it's a good deal or not. Go take that, because coming from me, it's not the same as if it's coming from you guys who have gone through it. Market mastery, about 150 plus video lessons to learn about just everything that you need to be up to speed on in trading. It's like an accelerator, a learning accelerator. It'll give you more than 10 years of experience in about 3 months. Does that sound about right, guys? depending on how diligently you watch things. You can, yeah, you can teach yourself that, you know, going all over to the internet and watching YouTubes and reading blogs. But and I welcome you to do that all the time anyway. If you're that kind of person, you have the right um, inner mechanics for this, because that should be just something that's a never ending fever inside of you. But what I'm saying is that if you just go do this thing, my thing, market mastery, um, you can get it kind of like all organized, you go from bottom to top or however you want to learn. Actually, I recommend you start with the risk section first. And you can make sure you're filling in all the holes. There's no gaps in your learning. And you don't have to spend, years going, oh, here's another street I need to go down. Oh, here's another street I need to go down. So good stuff. Oh, yes, sir, Theo. Wow, I'm actually surprised you haven't done that program yet. 100%, 100%. I recommend it for you, Theo, for sure. It's $1 a day to access all the videos. Watch them as fast as you want. You got 9 jobs, man. I got 9 jobs, man. Is that island talk? Did you spell that on purpose that way? All right, everything's working out. I wish I could teach you some of the finer points of what to do when things go wrong, but that's not happening today. Except for my Vittel. My Vittel short is really reclaiming. I'm still gonna allow it some freedom to play though. So I need to find some shorts, and it's not really a great day to be finding opportunity. We did have a couple of pullback entries. If the market is at the end of a run, which is looking like it is, then what happens is the things that we're getting in pullback entries on, or even a breakout entry, that'd be the stupidest thing to get in on right now. Those things are probably laggards. And when the market starts to come down, it's because the leaders are starting to come down, and everything else will come down, including the laggard, which just started to show glimmers and signs of hope. So you really need to be careful with your newest entries, okay? Make sure those are in a separate folder, because those need to be hardcore babysat. Very dangerous. They're your highest concentrations, freshest entries at the end of during an extension here, an extended run on the market. And unless this market continues to unusually and uncharacteristically continue, those laggard entries are at a very high risk of not working out. And any new entries are like a phenomenal risk of not working out, like just so beyond the beyond that you shouldn't get in them. Obviously. Not obviously, because I have to explain that. Maybe some of you are getting an idea of why it has taken me. Well, I mean, I didn't have the internet, so you can do it a lot faster, but it's taken me 25 years to be able to get to the, good level of trading that I'm at. And, so you should have that expectation of yourself as well, that it could take a few years. Okay. I know you want to learn everything as fast as possible, but it's just not possible. And Theo knows that. Theo knows it's going to take a couple of months minimum, but probably a year or two to really get all the nuances down, because you're just going to have so much you've learned. Probably 20% of your learning is going to be learning to cut out the noise of what you've learned. Like just going, okay, this has just been sort of semi irrelevant. I fucking know a lot, right? I know a lot, like how the MACD work. Boy, I've traded MACD for over a year at a time. It just, It's not super helpful. It's noise. You know, paying attention to the market, finding leaders, getting good entries on hot stocks, momentum, when the momentum is there, when the market is going, when the macro environment and the economy is favorable, that's the only thing that really stays. You know, outside of that, you got support and resistance trading, which is excellent. And then scalping, which is a pain in the ass. You got to have a good amount of money to start with on that because you want to have a high frequency trading setup on that. And then that's still a bitch, you know, 1%, 99% of traders fail there, 1% are winners. You know, you got this, you know, we're doing the right thing. Swing trading is when the market is favorable is the way to go. Swing trading has created more multi-hundred millionaires than scalping and support and resistance trading never has. How many years did it take you to get pretty awesome at it, E? I would say the good information, like all of the good data, all the good knowledge that actually still applies. Say the knowledge that still applies, reducing all the noise of the probably 3 times as much knowledge that I spent time learning as well, but the knowledge that still applies, probably a solid 5 years. Maybe 4 if it's super solid, really compacted down. But the thing is, you kind of need all that other knowledge too, because like I always say, wisdom is knowing what not to do. And also some things you'll regard as more correct because you know that other things are more wrong. And so you're able to trust something more and understand it more because you are able to reflect it against other things that you've learned that you now know are inferior. And you can't know that without learning more. So you just got to keep learning. Day trading, or I would say all of it. Right, that's a good question. That'd be all of it. That'd be like the total package of what works under all market scenarios and being able to shift gears into all of them. Probably 2 years solid for day trading, solid again, but a good 10 years to be able to understand what the hell is good or not. And then 3 solid years for swing trading, because that is much more complex. You have to think of the macro fundamentals and the rest. Although what do they say? Simple. It's simple. It's just not easy because you got to put a lot of moving parts together. It's simple. Oh, this factor. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, and this factor. Oh, it makes sense. But the 3 years and then but plus with the swing trading 3 years, but plus, and it's very hard to discount non-internet learning, but that will probably be another 3 years. So again, you're not going to really get there be a total complete package, a complete total package until probably 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years. But that's if you want to do this full time, and that's if you want to be in total control of your portfolio, and maybe even, have higher aspirations. What could be a higher aspiration? Well, I'm talking about like maybe you want to get a degree, get accreditation, and open a private fund and trade for clients. I'm allowed to do that via the SEC, non-accredited, for up to 20 friends and family. Or 12, something around there, 12 or 20. It depends on which year you read the SEC rules. And so I've already got that allotment maxed out. But if anybody has a lot of money and they'd want me to help manage their portfolio, and I wouldn't necessarily be like trading for you and turning them into anything. I wouldn't want to do that with your money. What I like to do for my friends and family is create all-weather portfolios, which is preservation of your capital, especially during hard times, and return during good times. That's all anybody could ask for, right? Well, all-weather portfolios do that, sort of like retirement portfolio and savings, where you might want to put your savings, your money to work for you, or side money. So if anybody's a millionaire and they've got, say, $100,000 to $500,000, then maybe I'll kick somebody out to swap out for you. I can't take any of your money though, but maybe you'll be a future client, and that's the kind of relationship we can build. But I'm definitely not selling that. Just saying. So, and then we have to have a good peachy relationship as well, because it can be only friends and family. So I'm talking to you, Carl. No, just kidding. Me, huh? That's like not, that's like 0.0% of what running this group is about. But that's out there. But one day it will be, I'm here in the Bahamas now, and so I am over the next 2 years going to be making the moves or researching to see if I want to be making the moves in that direction and what it would take certification wise to be doing it legally. Yeah, that's great. I love that. That's great, Benjamin. That's probably the most the word. God, what's the word? Street smart thing I've ever heard you say. Like, I think you've hit a new level. I don't know. You sound like you've been taken advantage of a lot of times, and you've been through a lot of shit to be able to say something like that. That is a very human aware statement. That's hilarious. And you flipped it around as a script and made it funny. I mean, that's some good shit right there. He says, "Why, thank you. Yes, I have been abused." Exactly. Okay, now how can I be down that much on Vittel and still have this much on my portfolio? This makes me want to cut my short on Vittel to let my portfolio run a little bit more free. Let me take another look at this Vittel. And when are you going to stop going up, Vittel? Take a look at the cues. I'm gonna have to start searching for shorts in a second here. I don't know if that's gonna become boring for you guys, but it can be a never-ending quest to be getting into shorts because you're constantly rotating them. Shorts don't last as long as longs. Shorts are very short-lived and constantly need to be rotated. Yeah, the VIX is hitting 13.6. Okay. We opened at 13 point, almost 14. Let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX. We sure have come a long way, huh? Look at that. Let's go back to let's even further. we go. Well, as you can see, a lovely home base for the VIX that's almost never goes below is 11 to 12. 11 to 12, that's beyond Nirvana zone. That's like you've passed through the multiverse portal and met God and are having conversations with God. So whenever the VIX hits 11 to 12, anywhere in there, that is conversations with God level of the market. And then from 12 to 15 is Nirvana zone. That's where we are. We're at 13.6. Yeah, even touching 12, that's, I mean, you're touching the conversation with, you're entering the door. You're entering God's quarters and you're about to talk with the man. Surpassed heaven and you've met the man. 14, 15, and then 15 to 20 is not that great. 15 to 20 is still slightly tradable. But everything's now in question. And you're definitely not in the Nirvana zone. And then above 20, all bets are off. You won't get above 20 unless the market's gotten below like probably the 20 moving average, if not the 50 moving average. Anytime the market goes below the 50 moving average, it's 100% no long trading. And then anytime the market gets below the 200 moving average is a bear market. Trading for dummies version. I'm able to figure out when we're in a bear market or a bull market way before that to be able to call tops and bottoms. And I've done so accurately for the last 6 or 7 years. So I got a very good batting average on that. 1,000. GP and B bio GP. Okay. GP came way back from 520 to 475. So what did you do with it, RJ, or anybody that got into GP? I have a recommendation of what I would have done with it. I'm curious to see what you would have done with it. Well, it does depend on your entry. What was your entry? Your entry was 450, I think. Basically, I think you'd still be in and haven't taken 50%. That's just the way it traded. Looks like it's having some strength at the moment. Out of a base. Ooh, there's a nice pop. Back to 5 in an instant. How do we like PayPal? ADR is 2.5%. Theo, how do you like it? That should be step 1, right? Step 1, how much return can we get out of it if we even like it, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and it can do well. It can do well, and people can make money on it. People can be like, wow, PayPal, I'm up 68% in 1 year. And you could be like, wow, that's great. I'm up 497% on Wolf. You know, it's just, you see the difference. It doesn't mean it's not going to work. It doesn't mean it's not a great stock. But I'm looking at it. I'm actually don't see much on the TA either. As far as it being a great, or the FA fundamentals, not really seeing it there either. And the ADR is a bit low. So, but it's just not something we would want to swing trade. Just not the high octane that we exist for. Although sometimes, I will call out. I'll say, hey, this would be great. Although it's 1.5% ADR or 2.5% ADR, this would be great for your retirement portfolio. When I say that, it means it's a good investment to buy and hold forever or for a very long time, years. But that would be for a retirement portfolio or something of those lengths. Vittel pulling it back a little bit. Nice. Yeah, so continuing, I wanted to check and see if my programming was right. I wanted to check the 10 moving average on a bunch of more of these stocks and make sure my column is correctly showing everything. Let's go to the worst ones, which could be under the 10 moving average, but are not showing. Nail. Nope, it's not, and that is true. We looked at earlier, builder. Yeah, 3.5 at least. I mean, look at AAOI. 18.5% ADR. That's what we're looking for. 3.5% is like, look, if you have tons of money, I'm talking multi-millions, you can't really get enough out of even a partial position in AAOI. It becomes not worth your multi-millions. So you have to go trade, NVIDIA and VDL, and you have to settle for, thank God with the leverage, I think it's like 6%. I don't know. What was it again? You're going to have to settle for 4.5% ADR, but it's got the liquidity to handle your multi-million dollar positions. So that's what changes, right now you're in a really good spot if that's not you to be able to get into things like AAOI and all these other stocks that can go hundreds, if not thousands of percent on these incredible runs. So, but that will change. That will change. And so when we say, 3.5% should be your cutoff, we're talking for much more liquid, bigger cap, safer stock picks, which are not going to give you the kind of return you're going to get if you go after other things that you completely could be going after. Redfin. Yeah, these are all above the 10. This is looking good. SDGR. $52.25, $53.35. I'm going to add on a small amount to STGR. I'm going to add on about 25% add on STGR. It looks like the potential bounce signal. And my cost average is so good on it that I can at least take my cost average down to this prior pivot up rather, which is 46.60. I'm at 44.20, 46.60. So I'm going to attempt to buy a little bit more. See if I've done the math right in my head. And if that puts me at around 46.60. I'm doing 25% add-on SDGR. And 46.05. Just wondering, maybe I'll add one more share. That's what it'll take. Don't mind being right underneath there. 46.60. That puts me at SDGR, SDGR. 46.33. Close enough. I don't want to be right at it. That's SDGR add-on. Looks like 26% does it. All right, sorting our hot list and running by gains, because anything that's up even a smidge could be a signal for either an entry, add-on, or to sell. Let's take a look at what we got. SIFI, sci-fi, SIFY, continuing in trade. We don't have that. I don't think we got entry on there, but it's currently in trade, looking great. VSIG. Let's put it in a lot of these signals. None of them have followed through. Almost ready to take it off the list. RGTI looking good. It looks kind of Bitcoin related. Not sure if it is. Yeah. Yeah. Stock trader. Also run a group. Stock trading.
You're giving a demo right now? You're giving a class?
Yeah,
Sorry
no, that's fine. I have a bunch of people who all morning been trading stocks and stuff. Yeah.
How much do you charge?
Oh, it's like what do we charge? $49 a month. Yeah, pretty good stuff. And then I have a whole educational program that's like $7 a week, and you get a whole bunch of videos. Yeah, the piece of paper at all of anything? Yeah, go to
Phone number?
yeah,
Your name?
Evan.
Mo, nice to meet you.
Mo?
Yeah,
All right, nice
where
to
you
meet
from?
you. Originally California, then Texas for a while, and then guess what? Moved here a month ago.
Really?
Yep.
Like it?
Love it.
Really?
Oh man, the
Where you
best.
live?
You couldn't. It was either that or Florida.
In Bahamas?
Yeah.
Yeah, you live in the hotel?
No, I live about 10 minutes west of here,
Oh, really?
right on the water, right on the reef. Right,
Same
so yeah,
number,
make it.
Evan.
That's what I was trying to find. So I'm an iPhone user anymore.
Evan.
Yes.
I'll give you money to make one.
Exactly. I was just literally telling people that. Like I'm
Okay.
looking for clients.
Exactly. Thank you. I don't know.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I gotta upgrade my wardrobe and start hanging out at the regatta club, you know. It's like $800 a night to stay at this hotel. If you want to go to the water park, it's $120 per person. So a family of 4 for one day at the hotel, you're already paying $800 a night to stay at, is like $500 to go to the water park. And this place is freaking packed. Remember the other night when I was on live at night? It was like Las Vegas in here. I couldn't believe how many people were here. So I actually hadn't come here at night before. Only been here during the days. Came here at night, and it's like everybody that's here for the day, they're out at the beach and everything, on excursions and doing all kinds of interesting stuff at the beach. At night, you see how many people are checked into this hotel because there's nothing to do out there anymore, really, that much. You want to stay and enjoy the resort. There are so many people here. It's insane. And guess what they all have? They all seem to have this one thing. Money. Yeah. When I told him it was like $49 a month, he's like, Jesus Christ, it's only free. Fuck. Mo was a Jewish guy. I should have said like hello to him, and I was Jewish for 10 years. I converted, remember? I've talked about that before, but you couldn't tell, I don't think, but he had a kippah on. That's how I knew. Had a nice kippah on. Seemed like a nice guy. And Vital is moving against me again. Last one we were looking at is RGTI. We're gonna go back to that, but I gotta look at Vital. Vital. Okay, good. It's actually pulling back. Good. All right, RGTI, AMTX. Let's go through. Oh, this could be a reclaim entry. It is. It's a bounce off the 20 reclaim entry. I wish we had seen it earlier. I love this stock. 9.6% ADR. Off a bounce like this, you might get a little pullback tomorrow, but then it could take off. But you don't know. It could just continue tomorrow. So entry now will be at around 790 with a stop to 7. So 90 cents of risk. AMTX, we might already have some of this, could be an add-on. AMRX we have. And we've been in this before. I do know that, I think. AMTX, 90 cents of risk entry. Pullback entry. My favorite. All right, Upstart, we're already in. It's in trade. We're doing great. We already have this one. Fantastico. We're up 37%. CN, that's a bounce reclaim entry. We've been following this stock just for that. It's an 18% ADR, $4. Entry price, stop 360, 40 cents of risk, 250 shares for me. CN, SIEN. Going to meeting later, Ben. 250 shares. But anyway, down here, this is like the Monte Carlo Dubai of the Americas. I never really knew that, you know. It's bigger than New York. The amount of money here is bigger than Wall Street, bigger than it is just off the charts. They have a whole area just for billionaires. I've talked to you about that before, but it's really kind of a secret, I guess, because no one really talks about it that much, how just absolutely loaded the Bahamas are. And it's not the people necessarily that visit. I'm talking about not the people at this resort. I'm talking about there's an area called Albany here if you want to read about it. ALBANY. It's like if you're a millionaire, that's like it's a billionaire community. The yacht hub of the Western Hemisphere. Probably so, if not Miami also. Yeah. But probably the mega yachts. Yeah, come here, and then the little yacht comes out of the front of the mega yacht. You know, the little 150-foot yacht comes out of the front of the mega yacht, and then it goes over to Miami and docks over there. You know, that's so funny. I just visualizing. All right, GSIT, what are you doing? GSIT's being a zit. Pullback entry and below my entry. Nah, me no likey. Out of GSIT. I don't need that. There'll be days where suddenly everything's triggering getting out, right? you'll just, that should be automatic. Your system should just automatically be sizing you down and snipping you out and not getting you in. And you'll find out that it turns out if you look over and look at the market, it's because the whole thing is turning around and it's the end. All of a sudden, you're going to get all these exit signals, no entry signals, and things moving against you. That means to exit. I mean, it's because the market is turning around, the economy, the macro, everything's shifting. Those signals need to be there. You have got to have a system that gives you those signals. So you're not guessing, is this, should I, because many times things will be not doing well and they'll be pulling back, but they're not giving the signal. And it turns out that is correct. You should be staying in those situations. A nice clean signal system to manage the whole kit and caboodle. I'm gonna have to get out of Viddle. I'm getting out of Viddle. I'm still profitable in it. Still only at like 9% profit, but it's not working as a short protection hedge anymore. It is reacting too favorably to the market. I don't know. It only cost me 0.2 R, minus 0.2 R, but that was a lot considering it was a diversified selection of shorts. Most of them are down. I mean, most of them, if they're down, are tugging minus 0.05. I mean, minus 5%. No, minus, 5% R, minus 0.05 R. Yeah, negligible. That's ideal. You want to fill your portfolio up with a nice diversified allocation of shorts. FYBR really going down. Let's see. Yeah, baby. I'm getting something like 15% gains today on FYBR. That's fuck your brother Rich. He fucked me over. Screw him. Anybody here named Richard? Oh, what? Are you in that, Mike? Oh, good job. All right, good job. Anybody here named Rich? Looks like Builder and Nail are bouncing back a little bit. That's very nice. I guess Alto is continuing, huh? Kind of worried, Adding on is a risky proposition, you know. If even 25% of your add-on entries follow through, but 75% you have to cut, it'll be worth it because that one that follows through is the right behavior and it's going to follow through good because you've gotten into high ADR stocks. Okay, back going through our list. Because we did find AMTX entry that way. CN, there's Finger as well. Finger is at the top half of the list. Finger did pull back from our entry. Not the greatest sign. By the end of the day, if it isn't, 70% bullish candle, it's kind of sketchy. Root, a bit of a reclaim. Yes, a reclaim bounce off of the 20 moving average. Root, we've been waiting to get in on this 18% ADR stock somewhere. Might as well take this signal. 1072 right now, low of the day, 972. So exactly $1 of risk on Root, ROOT. These are the pullbacks that we wait for. But again, keep this in a special folder as very fresh and at high risk to the fact that the market is extended. And these could be laggards. This could be laggard signals. But thank goodness we're not waiting to get them on breakouts. Although they may break out as a leader. We got that going for us, which is nice. Root plug. Plug, we can't touch, it's in trade. I don't, we might be in that, some of you might be in that. Fubo. The reclaim bounce through the 5 moving average. That's too strong. Yeah, that's still an in trade move. That's just too strong. It didn't breathe enough. That's not a pullback type entry or consolidation or resting entry. CLSK, 11% ADR. We're looking for some more consolidation on that for an entry. AEHR in trade, flying. Real. Giving off a signal bounce off of the 10. Could be the first and only signal we get looking in the rearview mirror. Let's take it, but put a stop to the prior day's low. 235. 255 currently, 0.20 cents of risk. 500 shares for me. Real. In oh man, he asked me for my card. I should literally have this is maybe I shouldn't work at home. Maybe I should come sit here every day and do this over here. And I should have some of my cards sitting right here. And like a little fake flower plant, right next to them. And a little chair for clients for a little conversation. And you guys can watch the whole thing live. Tip jar. Oh, that's great. Get your stock picks. Get your morning stock picks. Oh god, I could be like the shoe shine boy. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Too funny, guys. Oh god. Oh, rich people jokes, Palantir, not quite where I want to get in, but I am very interested in Palantir. I wish I could have gotten entry back here and have that back at $14. Does anybody have Palantir? Can I live viscerally through you? RKLB. No, BBR. That's a reclaim, is it not? No, it didn't turn blue. Why? Didn't quite dip below yesterday's low. But it is reclaiming pretty strong. ADR 5.5%. Nah, we'll look for better. WKSP. Work Sport. That's a nice capitulation sheet entry point right there. About the same price as it was when it triggered 2 days ago. 30 cents of risk to stop at 270. It's at $3 right now. I'll take it. We'll see where it goes. It is slightly sketchy. And by that I mean uncertain. You guys gotta let me know if somebody's like watching, like behind me, and then I'll give them the spiel. Did it just go up? Did I make it go up? It just went up. Did we just push the price up on WKSP? Did anybody else get WKSP? I swear it was like that exact moment. Price popped. Oh, okay. Abercrombie and Fitch had a reclaim signal on Friday. I think I didn't trust it. I think I do remember seeing that. I could be wrong about that, but I think I do remember seeing that. Didn't trust it, but look what happened. The reason is, I was like, what did it bounce off of? Bounced off of a void space in between the 20 and the 50. But now look at it. It's reclaiming the 10 and the 20. But what's going to happen is it's going to, all those waves are going to, everything has to, then they tighten up and bam, then they're off and running. So this could create a consolidation area for the next week or two. Obviously, it would have been nice to be in at the better price of 35 from Friday. But we'll probably end up getting in at 36 or 37 during some kind of consolidation area, and then it'll hit 40, 45, 50 later this year, and we'll be in it. So anyway, it's definitely on watch. But we missed the entry on Friday. As far as I know, at least I'm in it. It'd be funny if I'm in it. No, I'm not. Okay. All right, AAOI, as far as our babysat fresh entries, not following through, could be on the chopping block pretty soon here for me, because I don't let that shit do that. In fact, AAOI is the next one we're gonna look at on here. Boom, there we go, there it is. All right. So, yeah, so far so good. It's a lot easier to see how bullish a stock is on bar charts instead of candlesticks. It's just easier to visualize because from bottom to the right thingy, right knob, whatever that is, nodule, bottom notch. So to me, that looks like about 80% bullish. That's good. So it makes me feel a lot better. I go over to candlesticks, I look at it, and I don't know, I get this sketchy doji feeling out of it, right? Which is probably semi-correct and a good, a good instinct. But it just, if you want to know how bullish something is, you can always switch over to bar chart or bearish, go top to the right nodule. Like that one was 95% bearish. I got out that day. And then we're back in. So I've reconnected the AAOI trade. I had an out signal and today I got an in signal. And I think they're at almost the exact same amount. In fact, let me go take a look at literally in my history. Okay, sold on Friday. Come on, don't tell me the price. No, it just says market. What did it end up filling it? You company create airline. You need to show me some more information here. What was that? Trade history. Maybe that's better. Oh, there we go. There we go. Trade history, not order history. Okay. Trade history. Hold on Friday at 9. Okay. Look at that at 11. Okay, yeah. So the average was about 10, not maybe 950. Yeah. And then I got in today at 955. So 5 cents between the two. Yeah. Back in where I got in. That's kind of cool. Means you haven't missed anything. And yet, just you got out just in case. Oh, BKKT having a larger than ADR% day. BKKT, which we're in. Oh, okay. That's positive. Very nice. But, I'd probably sell around 220 or something. I mean, just Take 5%, by the way, it's a runner. That's what I would do with that. Alto is over ADR. Is that how we got in? I don't remember. But Alto is doing very good. Alto about to hit new highs, 383. In fact, that is a new high. Today, Alto now has hit new highs. So we doubled up on that earlier, I believe at around 370. And that turned out to be a good move. Let me see what I got. Few trades. 365. We did absolutely flawlessly perfect. The perfect entry. Couldn't have done better. And now here we are making new all-time highs, new 52-week highs. On Alto, hello. Oh my gosh, you know what? I think it's not on our hot list, I just noticed. AAOI. Alto, not on our hot list, and absolutely should be. If any of you are running a Darius, you just mentioned Alto by coincidence, right when I was looking at it. Was that a coincidence? 1107. That might have been a coincidence. That's pretty funny. Is anybody running, up more than 20% in a month scans? Up more than 30%, I'd say, in the last 2 or 3 months. If anybody has quick access to that, please go do it. And let's take a look at those, because those could be new, fresh, hot list ads. Might not be an entry yet, but it's hot stuff that should go on our hot list. So if anybody wants to, as a team, we work together here, run a 1 month 20% or more, and a 2 month 30% or more, and a 3 month 30% or more. And if there's any new names on there, let's take a look at them and just start listing them. And don't do them linearly one by one. Maybe put them all in one message, and then I can go through like the 7 of them. Yeah, no, I know. Alto looks great. That's a reclaim entry bounce on Pam. Oh, that's AAOI. I thought I clicked Pam. I was like, God damn, that looks familiar. Pam is a breakout. You'd want to already be in that. I think we kind of are. Let me see. I might have sold that recently. All right, I may have. Oh, I'm up 1R on the day, even after getting hit with that 0.2R short that went against me, and et cetera, et cetera. Good stuff, good stuff. It's definitely a fight. Wolf at 133% gains. Between all my swings right now, I'm up plus 10% on the portfolio. I don't know if that's helpful information for anybody. Could be for, to gauge your own, performance. Yeah, FYBR, we're hitting 19% gains. Almost got to convert my short to a runner. FYBR, you have to create a short runner for holding. Because that's pretty good. Let me look at the pivot point on that. Intraday pivot point, half. Beautiful. Beautiful. And the poor man or dumb, what do you call it? Trading for dummies concept. By the way, here's a very easy one for you. Here's another one. I don't think we talked about one of these as far as profit taking signals and stuff like that. Intraday swap. If it trends through swap, you can use that as a potential signal for either exit, getting out, whatever it is, getting in, however you're playing it. And what I mean by trends over swap means it has to have 4 points, at least. The final 3 of which, the bottom, or let's see, how do you put this? It needs to 4-point trend over VWAP. Where it breaks out over or under VWAP, the way, that signal would occur. I guess I'll just have to draw it. Okay. We're having a teaching moment here. Okay, look at my FYBR chart, and there's the VWAP line is blue. Let's say it goes like this, up to VWAP and rejects. No, even more. Yeah, so that will work. Rejects, comes down. Now it goes over VWAP. Let's so VWAP is like coming along like this, right? Goes over VWAP. Bounced before, that's not enough. Although if it had gone higher here, yes, it would be, but that's not enough. Comes back and then breaks right there. This spot right there. That you confirmed. Okay, we are now trending 4 points over VWAP because 2 points, 1, 2, plus the breakout occurred above VWAP. And it'll probably take the form of rejecting on the other side of VWAP and see that. Has everybody got that? I mean, has anybody not got that? Let me know. Yep, all right, good. That's just surgical stuff, Your day trading experience, your intraday trading experience. That's what day trading means, by the way, for it means intraday. It's actually a day trader is actually an intraday trader. Kind of funny. But does provide you your surgical actions. You want to be able to be wise enough and experienced enough with intraday trading that you can use that experience to babysit risky spots in your positions and or to surgically find entries or exits. Anybody looking at, can anybody get me a list of up 20% in last month? Any names on there and that look good? Maybe go through the charts. And also the other one is up 30% in the last 2 or 3 months. I guess you could say 3 months and that'll capture it. No, it won't, because yeah, you have to run those separate. That's very interesting programmatically, because something could be up 0% in the last 3 months, but up 30% in the last 2 months. And we'd be very interested in the one that's up 30% over the last 2 months. You can't do a 3-month 30% scan and replace your 2-month 30% scan with that. There are 2 separate scans you have to run. And then also we need a 1-month 20% scan. And all those names, we need to take a look at. Oh, you just reminded me of something. EVLV. Everyone's been hot about that. Shit, it's flying today. Damn it. Over the weekend, everyone got really hot about this EVLV, and it looks like it's getting institutionally bought up, and we missed it. Damn, I wanted to look at that pre-market even. And pre-market would have shown nothing, and then it just flew at the open. The best you could have got because of the speed of it, maybe 644, and it's at 7 now. But this is a high growth trader's darling right now, being highly talked about. I have no idea what it is even. I just saw it flashing by all over the weekend. Every single growth trader talking about it. Love 4.7% ADR. Can't say it's crazy, but yeah, it would have been a good entry. Everybody looks like everybody hopped on, and it became a pile on. This is like a pile on. So we make it an entry the next couple of days as some of those weaker high growth traders Head for the hills, get out. So you said you reminded me that, said ENVX, let's see. ENVX, so I put that on the hot list. And if anybody wants to research what Evlov does, EVLV, let me know. ENVX it's in trade, it's running, it's in trade. Is that something that went on the list that I just told you? Is that something that went up more than 20% in the last month? Is that why you gave me that? So yeah, anyway, that does go on the hot list. It's 7% ADR. Yep. Good job. See, we found a new one. That's what we need to be doing. AVDX. No. IonQ. I still need to do my search for shorts, but I'm going through signals here. Got a reclaimed signal on IonQ. Definitely love this stock. Can't remember if we made profit on that. I think we broke even, which is perfectly fine by me. Well, looks like we might be in it again if we aren't. No, you know, I think I had to sell that for a loss. Let me go to that account statement thing again and type that in. Let's get the truth on it. It's time for the truth. Let's see. Bought it at 1340 on the 12th, sold it at 1410 on the 14th for a loss of 20 bucks. Talk about some really good risk mitigation. That definitely makes me feel good about getting in. So gonna grab it because we really want this one IonQ. It's got 10% fucking ADR. It's had some incredible runs going on. When this thing continues, it's gonna be amazing. It's at 1417 right now. Low of the day is 1350-ish. So we're talking about 75 cents of risk. I don't know that enough. Let's see. If I'm figuring out how many shares I need to get in my head. 100 divided by 0.75. Say 133. 100 divided by 0.75. 133. All right, I guess I don't need a calculator. 133. 133 shares for me on IonQ. Buying now. I wish it allowed you to put in some notes. You can put notes, but they're just too inconveniently put together for me to even fuck around with it. But I wish there was a very nice, easy way to have notes show on your positions. Ideally, like a log note system per stock, which also showed up on the charts, but also showed up in text, showing your most recent note in a little column in your positions. That'd be freaking perfect. You could have an abbreviated note-taking method and you could see right in the column the information you need. That'd be nice, but having folders, helpful enough. All right, back in IonQ, so there we go. Somehow I'm already up 0.3%. That's high octane stocks for you. Bitfuck, BITF, Bitfarms. It's like little kids running around and I'm talking like that. Okay, that's in trade, in a run. IREN, also in trade, on a run. UIHC. Not really looking worth it. Okay, what do we got here? Maybe it is. Let's see. It did 1,830% in 115 bars. It's pretty damn worth it, I'd say. The ADR is 7%. We've got reclaims going on all over the place down in this area. It's becoming supported and reclaimed. Probably definitely worth entry, but to this stop, 385, my instinct says 50 cents of risk. UIHC. You know what? I think we already have some of this. Let me see. Or I cut it on Friday. Yeah, I think I cut it on Friday. Let's see. I cut it on Friday. My whole position sold at 413. It's now at 430. We would get back in. I had close to 300 shares. And at this risk level of 50 cents, it would get me in for 200. Sounds fair. The automatic system working for you. Doing it. UIHC. I'm curious if, how much I lost on them. I'm gonna take a look. Because if this is a bitch stock, you don't want it. Must have been in it for more than a week because it's not showing up on a week scan. About 30. There we go. So we initially bought and then I sold all that. Okay, and then I bought again at 412. Sold it at 413. So it was a perfectly defensive break-even exit. Lost no money. So here we are again. I get to take another swing at it. And the first time bought at 457, sold at 450. So negligible loss there as well. So we've taken 2 attempts at this and both have resulted in break-even exits, which is great. Means we're taking repeated free handle turns on on the slot machine, for free. And here we are, we're getting another shot at it on something that went up 1,800% in 100 bars. And at 7% ADR. That's good. That's how you got to think. Only reason I'm live right now. Talking, so I hope you guys are learning. You're getting conditioned. Your mind is getting conditioned how to think. All right, continuing down. FRGE. Need to run. Thanks. Bye, Mike. FRGE with looks to be an entry signal off the 20, 13% ADR. Absolutely worthwhile to get. 250 risk. Stop. Probably a good idea to take it down to 220. 30 cents of risk. 30 cents of risk. Forge FRGE. So that's 333 shares for me. FRGE. See, there was a time where if I wasn't looking, I typed it in and it did not type it in. And I would have bought, if I wasn't paying attention and acting too quickly, I would have bought more. I would have bought 333 shares of UIHC, which is way too many. All right, there we go. Any more? Nobody's running that scan? All right, I'll have to run it. Fucking bitches. No, it's gonna be easy. Just trying to get you guys to help out, come on. You've been busy. RJ, can you do the following scan for me somewhere? Anyway? Seems like nobody can do it. Let me know what's up 20% in the last 20 days. The 20% in the last month is a trading view, probably would be a great place to do that. Anything up 20% in the last over $5, by the way. Well, over $1 in the last month, which is 20 days, up 20%. And if we really want to make sure that that's the right thing, it needs to trade at least 10,000 shares average daily. Okay. Still looking through here. Frog, we're already in. D-Dog, we're already in. It's running. PCT. We but man, can it do something? Today is a reclaim entry. Signal. Why is that a reclaim entry signal? Oh, because it moved down below the close, but not the low. Reclaimed the close. It has reclaimed all the previous lows as well. Yeah, it's worthwhile. What's the ADR? 6.6%. It's at 1080. The low of the day is 1030. 50 cents of risk on PCT entry if we don't already have it. PCT, don't see it. PCT entry, 50 cents of risk, PCT. I'd like the market to take me out of more positions right now, but it's not. Very interesting. You know, because I'm very cautiously in right now. Very cautiously exposed. And I absolutely need to start to move to look to add shorts soon here. UPLD needs another day or two, I think. IoT. We already just added to that, I think. I do believe so. I think we added to that. Oh, it was that I don't have a good enough cost average to be able to add, but that was an add signal. Yeah. IoT, Lemonade. You running that scan, RJ? Lemonade, LMND, EH. PPSI. Missed the entry a couple days ago. Carvana. Flagging. In trade flagging, but could provide an add-on or a new entry. Cressy. Nice healthy consolidation. We're gonna have to set up a signal, an alert on that one to be able to know when to get in. Something like that. I don't know if RJ's doing that. RJ, are you looking at doing that scan? WGMI, I think that's Bitcoin related. Okay, yeah, this one's excellent. We're just not in it, but it's in trade. Globe. Getting this. Okay, cool, man. Let me know if you need more clarification on that. Globe ACLS has a very nice high ADR. We love this one. No, it's not. It's 3.7%, but it's very well behaved. Like this is just beauty to trade. Are we in ACLS? We were for a while. I guess we missed an entry. I got just about nothing going against me in my portfolio right now, which is really scary. You know, because I also need to be taking profits, and if that's the case, I have a lot of work to do today, guys. I need to be thinking, you know, at a much higher perspective level. I have a whole portfolio on in here with lots of positions. And I don't want to find out tomorrow what I should have did today. OSTK making progress, supported by the 10. CBay, tossed. Anyway, that's flagging in trade. I think we're in there. Well, regardless, next, CCL considers that a reclaimed signal bounce off of the 20, which I tend to believe, but it needs to be at least 70% bullish by the end of the day in order to get in. Onto's in trade, very nice. 3% ADR though. You know, below our cutoff, but a nice stock. IMTX 5.5% ADR for this kind of action where it just here it is, and then one run, and then it's like, man, not worthwhile. 32% and 14 bars. That's what you could look forward to if you can time an entry correctly. So another AI, slight AI themed stock. with a reclaim entry, not bullish enough to signal. Was trying FinViz. Well, yeah, you could do it in FinViz. Why not? Yeah, I was gonna go to FinViz as well, but you could do trading view, but you could do FinViz. It's over in performance. It's called performance. Under I think, I don't know, technical. You have two performances you can pull up. You do performance, you could do 1 month 20% or more. And then price over $1, and average number of shares traded per day, at least 10,000 for some conservative number. It's very low, but it's not nothing. Arlo, what's the ADR on that? It's not showing. Arlo, what's your ADR? There it is. Wow, it took a while to calculate that. CFLT. CFLT, no, I gotta go back to AAOI and check if we should cut this. Not gonna even have to look at that one on the daily chart. AAOI, Evlove just keeps going. Evolve, that's what it is, EVLV. Evolve, I don't know what that is though. Let's see, so it did break pivot, it's above WAP, so you know, trading for dummies version is that you stay in. As long as it's holding VWAP and VWAP is positive. And we're green on the day. That could be okay. Last line of defense. D-Dog, blah, 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 blah. Twist, little M, CSLL, Arlo, CFLT, TSLL. That would be Tesla leveraged. Topping. It is topping. I think I'm in regular old Tesla. Okay. Lil M. Twist. In trade flagging. QS. In trade flagging. XCRS basing for a while after moving a lot, 2 times. And really not putting in a nice looking base. It's super favorable. EXTR, incredible. In trade flagging, love to see it base a little bit more or pull back, give an entry. EXTR would love to be in this one. Love, love, love. Oh, actually, it doesn't provide a whole hell of a lot of ADR, but it sure looks like it. Let's see. 41% and 20 bars. Good enough for me. 2% per day. Lending Club. Could be considered a high type flag. Let me see, from low to high. We've got 61% and 30 bars. And then a nice tight flag up here. Yeah, but the entry would have been at like 950. I think we had it. And maybe we got knocked out of it. I'm not in it. But it's okay to have LC, especially if you got it around 950-ish. Just keep holding it. SG, 5% ADR. Well, it's just consolidating up there. Netflix. No results, RJ. Why didn't we get in Netflix? Did we make money on Netflix? Or I think we did. Maybe we got out at a small profit on a bad day or something. We not have a runner on Netflix? Damn. Account statement. What happened there? We entered on the 28th, then we exited the next day. That may not have been the signal. Oh, it did undercut that signal. Okay. No, it's 23rd though. Where's the 20th? 28th. There was really nothing that bad. I don't know. Some of you guys are still in it. Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was. It was because it was 2.5% ADR. I just got out because it's just not worth it. Is there a leveraged version of Netflix? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. So we're gonna take that off our list. You know, it's Netflix. Just doesn't provide the right return. IMVT, let's see. You don't have to do too much screening, RJ, like looking at the charts or whatever, because I don't mind seeing something that's really fresh. So if you find something that's in a long downtrend and then it's just starting to put an inkling of a 3 points to a potential uptrend reversal, that's enough for me. Or an extremely new, fresh move that's either even 1 day old or a couple of days old. I just want to know anything that's up 20% in the last month. And take a look at it, essentially. So IMVT with 4.5% ADR, it's gone on two runs. And the second run almost fully failed out. Not super exciting. 70% in 30 bars. Really hard to get an entry though. That's a tough one. I'll keep it on the hot list, just so I can just see if it ever shapes up. But if you got anything else, let me know. SGSTNG. That's just been in an ever trending downtrend. I don't know why that's on the list here. No, maybe we had that on the list since like way back here. It's a goner. Bye-bye. Beyond. See, this is what I'm talking about, RJ. See, I like this. You might look at this and I don't know. Depends on how you're looking at your stocks, but and say that's not something interesting. But this is definitely interesting. It's recently 4-point uptrended back over VWAP. I mean, back over 200 moving average. 94% in 29 bars. Beyond meat. Definitely good. This would show up on a scan probably up over 30% in 2 months. Yeah, wow, look at this beautiful painting. Look at this. Oh man. Oh, you should have seen that. That was a really beautiful painting behind me. Giant. It can't even tell the size, but it's quite big and beautiful. Must be by a local artist. Thing is about art, unless it's flipping extraordinary, it's not worth it. Like it's just, I'd love to collect and buy art, but not at that level yet. But I'll let you know. Maybe 2026 will be my art collecting year. Okay. I certainly know how to do it. I grew up. My stepdad is an art curator. I know pretty much everything about art. Definitely could spot a winner. Yeah, Beyond's good. Just no entry. It looks great though. Coco, ooh, nice little turnaround here going on. Is it going to lead to just consolidation down here, or is it going to be worth it? So let's just get in at 25.25 for a risk to the reclaim day, which is 24. Let's risk to 24. $25 a risk. About 80 shares for me. Coco. Wait, I think we already have Coco. Hold on. This looks very familiar. Coco. Yeah, wait a minute. Did I sell? What's going on? Oh, I'm okay. I'm already in, and I'm right at my entry. Like I'm up a penny. Okay, so we're good on Coco. So we're gonna just let that gestate. Stop. And 25.21 2 was my entry. And when did I get in? The 14th. I think that was yesterday. 14th was Friday. Yeah. So, good stuff. All right. Good stuff on Coco. SMMT, I think we just got in that today. Yes, sir. And it's not really following through. IonQ is following through very nicely. It's up 2% from entry. SIEN following very much through on entry. We're up 4% already on CN. And Work Sport, we're up 2.3% on entry, and we're up 1.7% on finger entry, FNGR. What is this? Akia. Yeah, anything else, RJ? I'm going to do a quick scan in a second here because I would have expected there to be a lot more, but yay, maybe you're right. I'm going to try and do the same scan. Okay, let's see. I have on a short scan right now. Let me keep that on for a second. I'm gonna do a short scan. Let's take a look at some shorts, shall we? How do I refresh this? The refresh button, or do I have to refresh? Refresh every 3 minutes. Didn't work. Okay, it refreshed, and now I turn it off. And I have some, okay. Let's see, BHRB. Yeah. That's going down to nothing. You probably can't even short that. That's so good looking. Let's see, BHRB. Some of these might already be in too. I gotta be careful. BHRB, none to borrow. There you go. You're right. IDT. Looks pretty good. Nice. IDT. Easy to borrow. Excellent. Gonna grab some up to this pivot here. 25 is at 23.77. That's basically at 24. 25 is my stop. $1.25 risk. 80 shares. Selling short. I hope that nobody's listening to me and then following me and then buying this. No, this is a short. Okay. Gotta move that up to my shorts. IDT, move to shorts. Oh, it actually got me -5 delta. That's nice. I need some negative deltas. Pretty sketchy action, but INGN. Yeah, we got Cocoa Friday. Yep. Turns out that is correct. Yes. 9, 11, $2 of risk. We pretty much suck. Such a small position size. Yeah, it's already broken down. Tough now. And then there's FYBR is doing great as far as short. There's other picks here, but they don't look as great. MLab, let's see. MLab, I like that a lot. 3% ADR, but hey, that works. MLab short. Is it available to short? We just got a market move on my portfolio from something. Anybody know what that move was? Probably was something that some of you might be in. MLab, it doesn't say easy or hard to borrow. I'll give it a try. It's at 119.32. The high of the day is 123-ish. 122.68. $33 and $23.33 a risk. We could effectively round that off to 333. So we're basically dividing 100 by 3, 33 shares. So, man, this espresso is amazing. Now I know why they made that movie Limitless. It's like fucking when you drink espresso, like just makes you superhuman. Oops. Okay, I'm selling. Yes. Okay. It took a lot. It took like 5,000 of my capital, and I probably did not get very much delta. MLab. Where's the delta? -7 delta. Yeah, not super happy about the delta to capital ratio there. Shorts, could definitely replace that. Something else that's way too much to be getting delta. I need another column. How could it work that out? It has to be like delta per share. How could it know that? We couldn't know that because it's beta weighting the delta. Unfortunately, you can't program that. Son of a bitch. That's stuff you want to know. I'll have to just divide it out myself manually. NUS, I'm already in it. NUS is doing good. Anybody know what moved? Oh, I'll check those out, RJ. All right, keep it coming. Love it. Could be longs. Okay. Pot X, really? Interesting. Really? I'll give it a try. This is a breakdown moment. risk to $7.25. It's at $6.25 risk, 100 shares short. Pot X. None to borrow. Never mind. PRM, I might be already in that. Sleep sounds familiar. No, I'm not. Okay. PRM. It's got that foot, you know, it's got that shoe, it's got that foot. You know, that's not good. That's how you can recognize, you know, shorts that shouldn't, you know, that you shouldn't get into. PRN, STKL. I got just a couple more to search through, and I'm going to look at yours, RJ. If RJ, you can switch over to the 2 or 3 month, looking for 30% gains or more. That might find a couple of other good ones. What happened? I lost a lot of you. Am I breaking up? Like half of you are gone. I guess you guys start your day. It's a long morning session. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? TKL. I guess you're just not interested. People like aren't interested in the short side of things. Well, you should fucking be, guys. Yeah, can I get some easy to borrow? I'll take it to 650. 200 shares short. We're gonna go over some longs in a minute here, so don't disappear. Jeez. All right, and then what was the delta on that? STKL delta -4. Moved group shorts. Boom. All right, I'm down to 55 deltas short, but I still have 93 plus 158, 241 141 long plus 52. 293 long, 293 deltas long, and I got 55 short. See, it's not enough. Not enough. More. All right, I gotta go to the next page on this. Let's see how many more I gotta look at here. No, about 7 more. STTT. No, I don't even need to look at that. UG. Yeah, UG. Dropping. Every time it has those extreme drops, it then floats back up. So now's not the time on UG. So that can go on my red list. All right. UG, UVixie, no. Vixie, no. VXX, no. Those are ETFs. VIA. I think I was in that recently. Should have stayed in because it looks like it's doing great on the short side. All right, more VIA. VIA. RGTI, yeah. I believe I talked about it earlier. Something up with RGTI, yeah, I'll take a look at that as well. None to borrow. Oh my god, VIA before. All right. VIA, VXX, Wald. Well, I don't know if you can short that, but try. None to, hard to borrow. $660, 250 shares short. Wald. Might not have enough capital to go that short. Ooh, that sucked up all my capital. Rejected. Shares are not available to short or something. All right, good. That would have sucked up all my capital anyway. Makes sense. Wald and Zoma. Yeah, no, I don't think that's a good one. All right, all right. I got another idea for looking up shorts, but let's look at some of those longs. KLR. No, that's a buyout. Can't you see that? I don't mean to say it like that, but you know what I mean? That's so flat. Like everything was working, things were flowing, and then book, it just flatlined. Come on. That's obvious buyout. Let's see. I could be wrong though. This was on 6/28, July 28th. Let's see. I could be wrong. It will acquire, it's being acquired. Yes, sir. It's being acquired. Yeah, but you don't need to look at the news. You don't need it flat, it's flatlined. It used to have volatility. And then book, it got an offer to be bought for $6.80 a share or $7 a share. I don't know. Let's see. Announced that it will acquire as a result, the skyrocketed, blah, 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 blah. $7.25 per share. All right. Come on, come on, RJ, you're better than this. No, I'm just kidding. I just, from a boot camp perspective, I'm kicking your ass. All right, BVS. Anon, I looked at it just a little bit earlier. I love it. Yes, Theo. Very good. BVS. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff we're kind of looking for. Not quite, you know, because I guess it's biotech, not quite the kind of chart movement, but let me double check the distance here. 276% in 24 bars. Yeah, this is super stock. Okay, so we definitely put that on the green list and keep it on watch. You know, it would have been nice to get some of these pullback entries, but you know, we have no idea when it's going to take off again. This kind of failure after taking off is really bad. You know, could be not for months. Biotech type play. AAON, and then let me get your other two, RJ as well. AAON. After this blip, has not done much. Counted from that blip, 14% and 48 bars. No, no, Theo. And over here, 20% and 30 bars. See how the numbers are lower? That means it's less than 1% per day. That means it has low ADR. Again, boom, there's the ADR, 2.5%. Bad. Not interested. Okay, cool. I'm gonna look at your other two now. Mind and Zakin. Mind. That's rough. That is really rough. Yeah, no, it has a really high IDR, but it just won't take off. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strike an alert line across that and just like sometime in the next year, it'll finally cross it, I guess. See that? Then we'll know it's bottom reversed. But thank you for getting me that. That's definitely something that's worth watching. Add alert. Zekin. Not quite what I'm looking for, RJ. Oh, I told you to make sure it's over $1. All right. KLR. Did I look at that? I think I did, and was that the buyout or something, or we put it on the hot list? What's up with no KLR is the buyout? Okay, and BVS I think we looked at, I believe. Yeah, right. That was a biotech. On. Okay, AMTX we got in today. I think you might have missed it. You weren't here. I think we got into AMTX. Let me see. Yeah, we got into that today. It's down since entry, but not a lot. You know, you're babysitting that entry, and it's looking really nice. Nice bullish candle. I like it. You could still get in. You'd be getting in at a better price than I got in. And babysit it all day, or get in at end of day. At this point, the way it's moving, I just wait till end of day. But it's up to you. You can get in now if you just don't want to think about it and just babysit it. MLTX. Yeah, AMTX, awesome. Good pick, Randy. Nice pullback entry on a couple of days ago. But you know, I would have looked at that and said that that was a buyout based on how it moved there. Let me double check on this. raises price target, maintains buy rating, is exploring a sale. Again, I'm correct. Okay. Raises price target, agreement to issue 8 million shares. Okay, they are going to dilute the shares. That's not good. You know that, right, RJ? And so just by looking at it, you know, a singular pop like that with a red day, and yeah, it's a little sketchy. I'm not going to keep this on my hot list, but good to look at and analyze. Interesting how you can, you know, see stuff, right? On a chart, you can see fundamental news information by looking at price action. Crazy, right? When you think about it. I am now up 1.5 R on the day. By the way, on all of our picks, probably Google is the one doing the worst. Yeah, Google. And then I've got, you know, the home builder, nail. Those are just very negligibly down. 0.05 R, just next to nothing. Not even worth talking about. Nothing panicky or problematic. But Google, it's giving back half of the gains that we've had. Let's take a look at that really quick. Yeah, yeah. On similar volume. Not back to break even yet, so I'll just defend my line on that one. Okay, Root and DMAC, all right. What was it with S Power? I just blew right through that. I guess there was nothing going on there. Who gave me that? Gary? Okay. And there's nothing saying that it, you know, this downtrend's reversing. Maybe that it's going up over the 50 moving average. Okay. That could just mean that the bottom is softening. The bottom is softening, you know, and that now it's going to go into a sideways base consolidation. What is the float on that? Let's see. Something at the S Power. Look that up. S Power. Root's on our list, by the way. I don't know if DMAC is, but Root is. And I think actually we got in Root. RJ, we're in Root. We got in Root. So that's another entry, I think. S Power. Strong. Today, my question is float 85 million. You know, that's going to cause it to go sideways. The other thing I wanted to think about that was, you know, I wanted to take a look at the fundamentals. Yeah, the fundamentals, and I want to check analyst ratings on that. S Power on IBKR. I have IBKR Pro. If I can get in right now, remember my password and everything. Okay, I'm in. I can search for that and I can get analyst analysis, full coverage, SPWR. What I want to know is if it's a neglected stock at this point, because we could be getting the very bottom around here in the next month or two. Analyst ratings, 1469 target, so 1090, okay. Says hold based on 26 analyst ratings, so it's kind of widely covered. I would have liked to have seen it less covered. And I'm looking at the number of analyst ratings over time. You know, basically seeing this kind of stuff, which is what is their average price target, mean and average, mean and average price target for SPT, you can't quite see that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's good information you can get on IBKR, and I can see all the analyst ratings and how they've changed over the month, over the year, over the 6 month, over the 3 month, all that kind of stuff. 6 months ago, 1 year ago. It's been hold. You know, but mostly what I wanted to see is if it had just fallen off radars, and it hasn't. And the move off of the bottom on that total is 20% in 6 bars, so that's decent. So the ADR must be okay. Yeah, 5% ADR. But the thing is, my prediction, based on everything I just told you, kind of high float, etc., is it's going to go sideways for the next 6 months. It's going to base out. Might get hot in 2024. Root, DMAC. Root, we're already in. Am I basing that on volume? What, Theo? What did I say? The sideways action. So what am I basing that on? Understanding business cycles and stocks. I'm not basing that on TA actually, mostly. I'm seeing the future because I've seen the future. I'm seeing the future because I've seen the future. This situation, the stock is 80 million float, so it's not very low float. So it's not going to just take off on little demand. It's going to have to take a ton of demand. But guess what? It's already fully covered. So the ton of demand is already there and it's not doing it, right? And what I was hoping for, and it's now coming, you know, down. It's been coming down, like all businesses. And maybe softening at the bottom here. As you can see, it's starting to cut over the 50 moving average, which it never did before. It never could get near the 50 moving average, and then finally kind of rejected off of it, and then now it's cutting over the 50 moving average. And so it's kind of like it's starting to get over some of the more longer term averages, and that means it's softening. The down momentum is softening, right? And so I believe that's going to send it into a stage 1, which is a bottom, right? They've restructured. They've got the margins probably down. Yeah, see here we got margins are tightening. That's good. No, we actually need their margins to go up. Their margins have not been going up. So anyway, they got a lot to work on. And although this bottom is softening, so it's going to take some time for that to weed out, and that's because it's I guess a bigger company possibly. I don't know what the market cap is on that. It would show me on another screen, but I don't kind of give a shit. Let's just ask Google. What is the market cap of SPWR? Market cap 2 billion. See, so that's the end of small caps and the beginning of mid caps. You know, and frankly, that's, you know, good for a stock that's doing terrible. Like they're normally probably a 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 billion market cap. Right on OB1. You see what I'm saying? Putting it all together. This is not some new hot shot stock that's about to blow our, you know, asses off. All right, since you were asking. DMAC, I gotta look at this DMAC. Yeah, RJ, yes. This is what we're looking for. I mean, I'm not going to say that this is like, actually, this is probably perfect. Like, how did we not have this on our radar? These are the kinds of things we want to find. How did you find that? The 2/3 month scan, 30%? How'd that come up? Because whatever that method was, remember it, and it was good. When we put that on green, and in fact, today is an entry signal. I got to double check the ADR. ADR is 9%. Yes, very good. 3 month over 20%. Oh, 30%, RJ. Well, maybe the FinViz doesn't provide a 30%, but 1 month, 20%. But by 2 months, it needs to be getting 30% or more. And by 3 months as well. Okay, 30% or more. See what I'm saying? Just scanning through TradingView. Yeah, much better, I think, you know. Yeah. Okay, so this is an entry today. $4 is the entry price. Stop is 350, 50 cents a risk. DMAC, 200 shares for me. You actually found one that actually is triggering today. So good job, RJ. Actually, better trigger would have been a couple of days ago, Wednesday-ish, but only like at 380. So we can do this. shit, I might have bought so many shorts that I don't have enough capital. I definitely have enough capital by 200 shares of this. It's next to nothing. It's like $800. I am up now. 1.55 R, somewhere around there. And every time, I want to always be looking at anything going sour in my portfolio. So I'm always looking at my worst. I'm always watching my worsts. And then you want to be taking profits on your bests. And then you might have some things that are, slightly down, but they've been slightly down for days and now they're below the 10 moving average. So that's why that a little 10 moving average alert can be very helpful. It looks like those other ones that were below the 10 moving average are no longer below the 10 moving average because those red alerts in my column there have gone away. So I love that. And it looks like all of my shorts are below the 10 moving average. That's great too. Those are all red. I got no reds. But SMMT is below the 10 moving average. I think that's because that's a pullback entry. Yeah. And same thing on Forge. Okay, I'm going to do the scan with you now. But this time on FinViz, and let me see if I find anything. Performance. Month up 20%. Okay. Performance 2, nothing, any. Volatility, any. Making a new low, no. So any. All right, now I've got all those. Gosh, those look great. What a bunch of great charts, but that's 215 picks. And what is all the criteria I'm using here? I've got something else. So price is over $5. Let's switch that to over $1. So 215 picks becomes 383 picks. Next up, I want to know the average volume is something useful. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Where the hell is that? Average volume. There we go. Over 50K. It's got to be something, not negligible. 383 becomes 323 stock picks. And the nice thing about FinViz is I'm seeing all the charts and a lot of these look good. The only thing it doesn't show me is the ADR percent, which I don't believe you can get on FinViz. That's why I used volatility. Let's do month over 4%. That brings it to 280. All right. ADVM is something. Look at this. Wait till you see this one. ADVM. Look at this chart. Look at that. That is not on our list. 9.7% ADR. So just a quick scan, the first initial scan, I got, 200 some odd results and tons of great looking stocks. That was on FinViz. And RJ, is that the kind of results you were getting too? I got a ton here. There's Alto. AHCO looks like something. We're going to find some stocks. So anyway, it can be done on FinViz. And by the way, the ADR in TradingView, it's not percent. So don't think it is. Yep, you switch to 30% 3 month. It's much more similar. Yeah. See, but 20% in 1 month is 1% a day. And then by 2 months, 30%, it's significant, but the low end, and then 3 months, you're giving it a long leash. But you're hoping to find some interesting other picks there. Anyway, ADVM, this is outstanding, goes on our hot list. Next, there's AAOI, it's the top of the list, ABCM. So from a hot list perspective, this is a scan you could do on Sundays, get your hot list nice and loaded. Sunday over the weekend, you do something like this, new hot list scan. But really every morning, you should know what these are, so in case anything's new. LFMD, okay, I'll get to that. Yeah, let's pull it up. ABCM, high type flagging up here. Why? Is it a buyout offer? Reiterating guide. No, there's no recent really news to send it flat like that. So this is good stuff. ABCM. That's a very nice tight flag. I'm hoping that we've got some serious gains here. Let's see, 57, 58% gains on this last run and then high tight flagging on it. And what would you say is the percent retrace on that flag? I'd have to say it's only like 5%. That is extreme strength. There's some good stuff going on here on ABCM. And any of these prices might be good. Today you can get in for $24 a share with a stop to yesterday's reclaim low, which is 23.80. The ADR on this is only 4%, but that's some serious gains in a short amount of time. Yeah, so it can provide, this stock can provide, and it also is tame enough for you to be able to babysit it. So $24 entry roughly, and then stop at the low of this pivot area. Might as well take it all the way to this low, 23.75. So 25 cents a risk, $100 of risk for me would be 400 shares. ABCM. It also sounds pretty good to be telling people that walk by and ask you, if they could join your trading group. When you tell them that, yeah, you just moved to the Bahamas. That kind of works out, It's has a nice jingle to it. All right, buying ABCM. Actually, I might not have enough money. I don't. Well, let's see if it'll let me. No. All right, don't have enough available funds. This is when you might snip shit you don't need. So let me go do that. It's a perfect time to drop Google. Unless it looks outstanding. Let me go take a look. I mean, it's already extended. I'll remove it. I'm not going to cry. Especially if ABCM can provide. And that is all the money I needed. Okay, great. Now back to, what was it? ABCM? No, was it ABCM? I think so. ABCM. What am I thinking right now? You buy 400 shares, yes. Nice tight risk, but decent ADR. It just works out very worthwhile. Maybe one of the most worthwhile holding, if it works out. Keyword. We're up 40% on Upstart. I guess Wolf has been pulling back, but it's in my runners, so we give it a lot of room. We have so much more work to do here, and unfortunately, I'm just feeling like I need to go home because my kids, my wife is out of town, so my kids probably need me to help them with lunch and stuff, but they do know how to do that all themselves. They're a bit older, and but I have no way to communicate with them because my internet is down. So I want to go check on them. There's so much more work to do here. Now try to shut up. They got phones, but not only for emergency. There's a phone in the house. I got 280 stocks to go through here to add to the hot list. I could do that later tonight. It's not we're gonna miss an opportunity. That's just, adding to hot list. Yeah, I'd say that we're pretty much on top of things and all opportunities are taken care of. We've just been doing clerical work here. So we can continue that later. I will be back in 2 hours. For the final 2 hours of the market. So I'll be here, okay? But I won't be live. So, Palantir having a strong green. Didn't I look at Palantir? I don't remember. Palantir looks great. ADR 5.25%. Okay, it's on our list. Good. Yeah, we looked at Palantir. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna pack it up. Ideally, I give them, I make them some sandwiches and stuff before I leave in the morning. And I have that all worked out. But also my internet's coming back in a couple of days. If not tomorrow or later today, so. The whole hotel thing might be coming to an end. You bet. You're welcome, guys. Thank you. All right, catch you later. You're a good day handle at that. Much appreciated. Yeah. All right. What did I just do? Oh, okay. I didn't click end. I clicked the stock. And so let's try that again. And